This video is just to show you some of the themes and plugins I use and some that I don't use. Okay, to start off with, I use GeneratePress. GeneratePress is a free theme. I use GeneratePress with the GeneratePress Premium plugin. I find this plugin just offers so many options to extend what GeneratePress can do. And it's kind of my go-to theme for pretty much every site that I build now. The support is fantastic. Tom's an absolute legend when it comes to assisting with anything that you need, and they've got a really good Facebook group where everyone chimes in and helps everyone out if you've got any questions or if you don't know how to do anything. So GeneratePress is what I use. When I use GeneratePress and a client wants, or if I feel it needs a page builder, now use page builders sparingly because they do tend to be a bit resource hungry. So if there is one that I use, it'd be Elemental. I find it's lightweight, easy to use, and the free version comes with enough options to allow you to do what you need to do with it. Also, the nice thing with Elementor is it's really easy to teach your clients how to use it. If you want a little bit more options than what you get with the free version, you can go with the pro version, which offers extras like price tables, forms, even a slider, that sort of thing. As you can see, it gets a little bit pricey when you go pro version. Free version is obviously better version that I use. If I want to use a slider, well then I use a free slider, and that free slider would be Smart Slider 3. The free option is enough for what I need for my clients, and I'm pretty happy with the options that you get on the free version. Also keeps the cost down low for the client, and it means that you don't have to license it, and you get updates as they come out. Problem with buying something like Layer Slider is that the updates that you get on Layer Slider I think are roughly about 6 months, or you can extend it to 12. So anything after that, then you can't download the updates, which is a problem. If I'm building a directory type site, or if I want to make some changes in WooCommerce to the layout and that, I turn to Toolset. Toolset's basically got WP types and views. Also got an option for building membership sites, etc., and customized searches and that. The designing of the templates and that inside of Toolset is excellent, and I've used this on many projects before. It's about the closest you can get to Drupal views. The next one is Pods, which is now Toolset you do have to pay for. It's a premium plugin. If you want to get the best out of your site and the best out of your directory site, you want to build something from scratch. The lifetime's a bit pricey, but I was fortunate enough to buy it when it was really cheap. I bought the lifetime version, so it's all good. Pods is the alternative. If you want Toolset, but you want to pay for the full price, then Pods is the way to go. I'm actually super impressed by the way Pods is developed. In the beginning I thought it was a bit clunky and iffy to use, but I haven't checked it in a while, and I went and took it for a spin the other day, and I was very impressed by what it can do, and actually in some ways it can do a little bit more than Toolset can do. So I'll definitely be trying this out on my next project. Okay, when it comes to building really small quick sites, the one that I'll turn to is Divi. Now I know Divi's got a bad rap from most developers, mainly about the code and the short code and it looking like every other site on the web. But if a client wants something quick, I'll build it in Divi. It's a super easy editor as well for them to use. Also comes with one or two nice plugins like Bloom and Monarch. You obviously have to pay for Divi. Not too sure, it's about $69 or more, $89 a year. Not sure. There's an option for lifetime which I haven't purchased, but most probably you'll purchase it when my renewal comes up next year. But it's really simple and easy to use, and you can get some really nice looking sites. If you're into parallax, offers really good options there. Now, if you use Divi and you want to make it less Divi-like looking wise, then this plugin Divi and Extra Layout Injector, I think it's Sean Barton developed it. It's $10. It allows you to change the header, the footer, to make it look a lot different to what Divi would look like. And then obviously you go and style all the Divi components and make it look less Divi-like. You would use something like that. The other one that I've highlighted here is the Woo Layout Injector. If you're building a e-commerce site and you want to manipulate the single templates, the archive pages, the shop page, etc., Woo Layout Injector allows you to do that, and it's a really easy to use and super quick way of changing your WooCommerce layouts without having to dig into code or having to load toolset. But it only obviously works with Divi, and only works with Divi there. One or two that I don't use anymore. So I don't use Headway themes. I haven't even loaded this up, and anyone that's used Headway in the past will know the issues with the company and the lack of support and all that sort of thing. And I've just I designed a lot of sites in Headway before, and I haven't decided to renew any of my subscription with them. The less said about Headway themes, the better. These guys I don't use anymore. Ultimatum theme. I was a big fan in the past about it. It uses Bootstrap 3. They're busy with building a new Ultimatum theme, and I'm not 100% sure what they've called it, but I've decided to not use it anymore. I've got the lifetime version on this, but if you get their new version they're building now, you'll have to purchase a new lifetime license for that. Comes with really good options here, and some really cool premium plugins like Composer, Visual Composer, Layer Slider, Convert Plug as well, and a whole lot of add-ons as well. I don't use this anymore. I just found that there were some issues, I think, with loading time, as well as some of the plugins that it comes with. Some of the featured plugins, the premium plugins that it comes with, tend to slow the site down quite a bit. Sometimes the support isn't quick enough, but then there are only two of them in support. But as I say, I've moved on, and I use GeneratePress because it's quick and it's almost bare bones type of thing, but there's not the file size is small, it's easy to work with, and the support is great. And that's, if you're developing a site, you want to have that support there. And as I just found the Ultimatum theme, it's not entirely there all the time. So okay, Visual Composer, less said about the better. I really don't like, I'm not a big fan of page builds. If I have to use them, like if I'm building like a Divi site, like a lot of clients want, they've seen page builders before, so they'll want them, they'll ask for them, and the last one I'll give them is Visual Composer. The first one I'll give them is Elementor, because I think it's really nicely coded as well. Divi comes with the Divi page builder, so that's built in and it's fine, it does what it does. I'm not a big fan of Visual Composer, and the same, I'm not a big fan of Layer Slider. I find that it can do a whole lot of things, but it also at the same time has a lot of style sheets attached to it, and I just find it makes the site really slow down. I think Smart Slider is in a way better coded and a lot lighter to use than Layer Slider, and I don't need all the options that Layer Slider has. Must probably used about a tenth of what it offers. So yeah, it's just a summary of stuff that I use. As developers, you know, we have to move with the times, and we also don't have to settle with a particular theme if another one does something better. So for me, I'm happy with where I am. GeneratePress is fantastic, it does everything I need. If something doesn't work, then I move on to the next thing. I'm not a big coder. I'll code a site. If a site needs code, I'll do it. But I don't want to code themes from scratch. I would rather use something that I know is tried and tested and works. The code's 100% fine, and work from there to build the site, than to just build it from scratch every time. Also, I don't believe that, you know, a lot of developers will say, oh, you have to code from scratch, you have to code from scratch. Yes, you can if you've got plenty of time. I don't have all that time in the day to spend all the time coding. I don't really enjoy it, and if there's a chance where I don't have to, that's the chance, that's the way that I'll go. So let me know what you use. You know, if you think something's better, like for instance, if you use Beaver Builder, which I don't use, and you say it's better than Divi, tell me why. Let me know. Till next time. Cheers.